What's up, guys? Okay, so today I'm going to be going into why I went plant-based, my struggles, and my tips and recommendations if you want to start out too. So if you're keen to learn more, keep watching. I can't get my face in there, but yeah, it's nice and thick. I've made it extra thick this time, just to add less water. Now I'm gonna just cut up some fruits. Yeah, for a little fruit salad. So this is for my dad, whatever he gives me, and then I'm gonna do some melon and some pawpaw, and a little bit of apple. So. So I suppose a lot of you are probably wondering why I'm making breakfast for my dad, and where my bad diet came from. And it's pretty much him. So my parents were divorced at quite a young age, when I was quite young, and I chose to live with my dad. My mom struggled a lot financially, so it made more sense. And he really had like a typical bachelor lifestyle, didn't cook for himself, like pre-made meals and all of that. So I pretty much lived off Woolies mac and cheese and literally like the worst kind of stuff, you know. So he knows nothing about food or like how to eat properly or anything like that. So I thought I'd just help him out a little bit now that I just do it for myself. So I tend to make most of our breakfasts, and yeah, it's super chilled. I'm doing it anyway, so it doesn't bother me much. If someone had to ask me what I do, I would say I do a plant-based whole foods kind of thing. But because I'm vegan, just because I don't eat meat or I don't eat dairy or any animal products, just because they're high in fat, and yeah. So sorry, I lost my train of thought. So yeah, I'd say I'll do plant-based. That's what I want to actually recommend to most people. I don't want to push people into like not eating meat because it's bad or it's high fat or whatever, stuff like that. I'd rather encourage people to start eating more plant-based stuff like fruits and veg. And they can still do their meat, but like just cut it down, you know. Maybe do it like twice a week instead of every single meal or something like that. So yeah, I want to encourage like a sustainable way of living, and a lot of people can't cut meat out of the diet. I'm not going to try and force people to do something that they just can't do. I'd rather them get healthy or clean out their livers, and then I just like to chuck a couple berries, like just a couple dried berries, so you can see. I'll probably chuck a bit more of mine. So I just got back from doing a bit of work. Took my computer down to Bootleggers, did some work there. It's like a coffee shop, and then I picked up some groceries. I'll actually show you my fridge. It's looking fantastic. But yeah, I just stocked it up. So what I'm actually doing is I've started the 28-day healing protocol from, or it's like a healing cleanse kind of thing, from the medical medium. So I'm going to be doing that the whole of this month. It's 28 days long, and there's 28 days in Feb, so it just makes sense. But yeah, let's have a little look here. So it's fully stocked, and then we also have this, which is completely stocked as well. As you can see, it's a bit of a mission to open up. But yeah, it's looking really good. Bananas, papaya. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And yeah, I wanted to actually go through a couple more tips for you guys. So okay, so I've got 6 tips for you guys on how to make it easier for yourself to transition into the plant-based diet. So the first one is plan it out. Like, it's a lifestyle change. It's not something that you can just jump into overnight and expect to stick with it. You want to try and make it as easy as possible for yourself to succeed. So think about how you can do that. Maybe you write down a list that you can put on your fridge, and just so it reminds you, and remember your why. Know your why, because if you know your why, then it makes the whole thing easier to get through. Whatever the reason is, mine is purely because it's healthy and I want to get my health back on track, clean my liver out, and so I'm doing it for a reason, so that reminds me each time. Second one is, don't rush into it. So if you are from a diet that you've eaten a lot of meat, you eat dairy, you eat a lot of wheat as well, or carbs and stuff like that, not just carbs but like pastas, refined carbs is what I mean. Try wean each one off slowly but surely. Like maybe cut your meat down to one serving of meat a day and make it just for dinner, and then maybe try and do it the next week to meat twice a week, and maybe the next week once a week, and then you can do that. Or same with dairy. If you do it every day, try and cut it down to maybe twice a week. But do one at a time, just so it's easier for yourself. You want to make it as easy as possible, because if you make it hard for yourself, even if you think you have strong willpower, we all bow into it, and sometimes it just doesn't work. And if you fail, then you feel like you can never do it. It's a cycle. And the third one is substitute it. Substitute the bad foods for something else. Find something in the plant-based diet that you really like, whether it's rice or whether it's fruit. So for me, what I did is I eat an abundance of fruit because I really enjoy it, and I actually have a bit of a problem with dates, to be honest. I absolutely love them, and I think I probably eat one too many, but it really stops me from buying crap or whatever. If I'm hungry, I'll chow a banana or make a banana date smoothie or something like that, just to fill the gap. As long as you have that gap filled with something that you enjoy, it's going to make it so much easier for yourself. And then the fourth one is prepare your environment. So before you start, take all the stuff out of your house that you think might tempt you, whether it be refined foods, processed sugars, or meats, or anything you think that maybe late at night you're feeling quite peckish and you want to cheat, and it's not going to affect your progress. It will hit you mentally. I've done it, I've been through it. So just try and, if you want success, you need to prepare your environment and make it as easy as possible for yourself to achieve it. Then the other one is number 5. I already covered this, indulge in fruit. So for me, fruit was key. I think if I didn't have fruit, I wouldn't be able to do this, because I do get a lot of sugar cravings. I absolutely love my sugar. I'm definitely a sweet tooth. But I can't remember the last time I've bought a sweet. So yeah, for me it's fruit. Maybe for you it's rice. For me it's also rice. So that's another thing I'll do, is I do eat some white rice, which isn't a big deal, obviously. But I could be doing better things, But so that's my kind of substitute. And then the last one is, just think about how you can make it as easy as possible for yourself to succeed. So what did I do? I kind of just cleared everything out of my house, and I just made sure that there was going to be nothing that was going to really tempt me. Nothing that was going to tempt me, and I made sure I had substitutes in my house. So if I did want to snack on something, there was something there, but it was healthy. Don't be too strict on yourself. But yeah, it's really not that hard. And if you just have your whys and you have some substitutes in place, you can get through this. It's a lifestyle change. It takes time. Be patient, and you will honestly see the benefits very soon on. It's brilliant. I'll also go in some other videos. I'll go through some stuff that I don't particularly do, some foods that I really don't eat, just to expand on that. Okay, so I'm just making a little salad now. I've got some millet. I've cooked some millet, which is the best starch you can have, millet and quinoa. And then I cut up some greens, spinach and some cabbage. And then I've just thrown over some tomato, onion, and throwing over a little bit of cucumber. All of this stuff's really good. I really enjoy the mushrooms as well. If you want to get the best type of mushrooms, that's shiitake mushrooms. And I think they taste the best as well. Then I'm just going to chuck some asparagus on top. I've got some asparagus, some bok choy, and I've got some green pepper that I'm just going to pop in as well. And then what I like to do is incorporate some fruit with my salad, so that being a mango. Whether it's a mango, whether it's some apple, or whether it is some orange, I always do that. And then I will toss in some basil on top, basil and coriander. Alongside with the cooking batches of starch, what I recommend you do is also maybe make like a salad dressing that you can have for like 3 days of the week or something, and then you keep reusing it, or maybe 4 days even. As long as it lasts. So this one here is like an orange, garlic. What else is in here? Orange, garlic, cayenne, salt, water, and I'm forgetting one vital ingredient. Fuck, it doesn't matter. Anyway, it's really good, and I like to chuck it over my side. A bit of flavor. Yeah, and then some pepper, and then I like a bit of a tang to my salad, so I'll chuck a little. I usually chuck a bit of cayenne over the starch, whether it be rice or whatever. It's pretty spicy, so just be aware. And that's pretty much what we have there. This is completely medical medium approved. Millet's probably the best one you can actually eat, millet and quinoa. So rest assured, this is gonna really do you wonders.